Hello, welcome back to a new video. I feel like I want to go for a run. I don't know what's going on with me, but I started working out kind of just to help with my mental health because I've been really fucking anxious the last few days because I have my first top surgery consultation and my mind is just spiraling. I think that's a healthy way for me to cope right now because I've done the mental health things. I journaled, I did it all, I feel like, and I don't know, I think it would be beneficial. So I'm not gonna think about it too much, I'm just gonna go. I don't know when the last time was that I went for a run, so great. My anxiety is just like, then people will see me go for a run, but like, it's okay. People don't care, and if they care, then that's their problem. Well, it helps because right now I'm not in my head. I'm not thinking about if I really want to have surgery, if I'm gonna regret it, or what if I wake up and my body's like, what the fuck have you done? The fear about post-op depression is so huge. But I know I can also go through this. I just came home and I'm so sweaty. I'm literally sweating everywhere. But it felt so good. It felt so good. It was the right thing. You know, I just wanted to say that I don't want to create a false narrative of what it is like to go through this transition being a really anxious person. Like, I don't want to create this false narrative that if you just go for a run every day and journal out your feelings, you're not gonna be anxious anymore and everything is gonna be alright. Like, it's not that easy, but that doesn't mean that I will not try. This is how the greenhouse looks right now because I don't have the energy to do all the maintenance, and because of the heat wave and everything, they really suffered. It's okay if I have to let them all die and start new because I don't know, that's the journey. It is Tuesday today and I already feel so much better than yesterday because I had a really rough night again. I couldn't really sleep. I had a lot of thoughts and I don't know, I've been kind of reflecting on the therapy session that I had yesterday. I feel like I've allowed my fear about top surgery to get so big. I noticed that I gave my fear a little bit too much space, and so I want to actively remind myself why I made the appointment, why I want to get top surgery. I imagine myself feeling so free and just like myself, and that makes me really excited and really makes a difference to acknowledge your fear and then also try not to fall into that fear too much. I also just got this book here in the mail. It's called Astrology, Using the Wisdom of the Stars in Your Everyday Life. I bought it used and I really love it. It covers a lot of topics and it is, I think, really beginner friendly, and I really love how colorful it is. So at first it shows the zodiac signs, explains everything, the elements. I'm a Cancer, by the way. And then it goes to the planets. I really love this kind of overview. And then it goes to the houses here, explaining it, the different houses and everything. And then it also explains your birth chart and how you can interpret it. And I'm so excited, even though it looks so complicated. Really excited to just study this book. It might be a good idea for me to focus on something completely different other than my fears. I also allow myself to take it slower, especially when I'm having a hard time. At 2, I'm gonna meet a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. And honestly, I wanted to cancel the meeting again because I need a lot of alone time. I'm literally like the most introverted person that I know. And I mean also because like I'm autistic and all the sensory overload when I'm surrounded by people, so it is Wednesday today and it's already the evening. I'm already really tired because I couldn't really sleep that well the last few days. I don't have so much anxiety anymore. I don't know, just like focusing on other stuff helped me a lot to just get my mind off the thoughts that I had the whole time. I still continue to watch a lot of top surgery videos. Like, I literally have a full-on playlist. I think it also really just helps me to prepare myself emotionally, mentally, and also physically. Like, I started to work out a little bit. Now I'm gonna do some yoga for shoulder and neck because I have a lot of tension there and it's really painful, and I hope that will help me a little bit. I was really exhausted today. I think that was because yesterday I met with a friend and I think that just socially drained me a lot. I wrote like 3 pages of astrology stuff down and I don't know, I'm just really excited to interpret my chart a bit more in depth. And now I'm gonna do the yoga and then journal and then go to bed because it is time for me to go to bed. Today it's Thursday and I also struggle to sleep again and I struggle to stand up again, which just shows that this whole situation that I'm in right now is really emotionally draining for me and I need a lot of recharging time. And so I actively tell myself, hey, it's okay that my days are a bit more chill and less productive. I am doing a lot of mental work and so I'm just allowing myself to have that freedom, which is also a huge privilege. I wanted to go to the grocery store for 2 days now, but I never had the energy to get myself ready and to go out there because it's like so overstimulating for me to be in the grocery store. And I'm also eating some ramen here because I think yesterday or so I had this thought this past year and also the last 2 years or so, like how hard they have been for me mentally and how much I'm already growing, like that I'm allowing myself to take breaks and to lay in bed when I feel really exhausted. I'm really proud of myself, and me saying that I'm proud of myself a few years ago, like 2 years ago or so, I could have never said that, or I could have said it but I didn't mean it, you know, and now I actually mean it and it's like there's actually hope at the end of the tunnel. Like I always want my videos to be the most authentic I can be in front of a camera. Like of course I only show the best things or like the things that I feel like are worth sharing, but I still want to also like include moments like these to just bring in a little bit of reality here. A lot since I started gardening here outside. The first thing is to not plant so many plants so close because this cucumber plant already died, and then these here, the zucchini is infected by Mehltau, which is like a fungi, and then here the pumpkin was also infected, and I cut off all the leaves, and now there's only the pumpkin left that I have to harvest. Also to always cut off the leaves when it's starting to get a fungi infection, and also to not water them from above, to only water them here. And then what I learned here, this is a completely mess, to not always plant the tomatoes there because of the soil, and like that you have to like switch it up after a season. So that's one thing. Then the second thing is to not plant cucumbers and tomatoes directly next to each other, and also to switch it up, you know. All of my cucumber plants are also infected. I still have to harvest all of these cucumbers, but I don't have the energy for that right now, so I'm gonna do that when I do have the energy. Yeah, to not plant them directly like this, and if that, then I put the cucumber more there and all the tomatoes more here, because the tomatoes like it not so moist and the cucumbers like it more moist. As I said, like it's not the best to get the leaves wet with the cucumbers, so I wanna next year or so maybe like try to plant them upwards so that I don't have to water on the leaves, you know. Tomatoes are slowly starting to get ready to harvest, and I'm excited for that. And I just wanted to be real with my gardening journey, because I literally don't know a lot about gardening and harvesting and growing your own foods. It's a whole journey, and as you can see, I made a lot of mistakes so far. But I'm also glad that I made them and I learned from them. I have thought about the possibility that I probably have OCD for some time now. It really describes what I'm going through. And then I made a test with my therapist where it also showed. I just wanted to talk about this because I think it also connects to like the whole top surgery topic. Just constantly thinking, hey, is this the right decision? I don't have to make any decision now. I can decide it on my own terms and when I'm ready and everything like that. I know that. I kind of have these obsessive doubts about it. Like they're not real doubts. Like I am sure in my decision, but the anxiety is just like so focused on like really specific thing, and then it's also like it sticks to that, and it's really difficult. It forces me to really reflect and really make sure that it's the right decision for me, but it's also really exhausting to constantly have to like fight against it. Well, I'm not really fighting against it, I'm just allowing it to be there, but I'm also reassuring myself, I am visualizing myself like having a flat chest and everything. I don't know, I'm also just really excited for the appointment, my top surgery consultation, because that can also really ease a lot of my anxiety, because then I have more information. I can just make sure, hey, how do I feel with that? And I'm just so proud of myself with how compassionate I am with myself. Like I am really taking care of myself here, and I'm so beyond proud of myself for that. The younger me would have never imagined that I am here in this place right now. And even though right now I think, yeah, I have still so much left to do for me to like be where I want to be, but if I look back like only like 1 year ago or so, for example, I have grown so much, and that I'm here right now and I have the top surgery consultation next week. I would have never imagined that I'm gonna be on T. Like if someone would have told me that, I would be like, I don't believe you. I'm just really optimistic right now. And you know, this whole season that I had like 1 or 2 months ago, where I was just really in pain, emotional pain, and going through some stuff, that all lead me to being where I am right now, that I have the time and the space for myself to explore and really reflect. And I know that I will look back and be like, you were struggling, but you're so strong. Even though I'm really sure in my decision, I still want to hold myself and tell myself, hey, if you change your mind and you don't want to do it, that's also totally fine. Like no one is pressuring you. And that's like a huge like contra turf argument or like whatever. Like it's not so easy how they make it seem. Like, it's not so easy to access top surgery. If your insurance doesn't cover it, it's fucking expensive, and like the whole insurance process, at least here where I live, it's really dehumiliating and it's a long process for a lot of us. But it's also okay if you change your mind. It's okay if you need more time to make sure that it's the right thing for you. I just want to really be there for myself, because I don't have a huge support system of trans people who can share their own experience and make me feel validated and really be the emotional support. Like, a lot of that I have to do that myself. So I just want to treat myself with the most gentlest care that I can, and to really be affirming to myself and take my time to reflect, and to also take time to rest and to take pauses, because like this whole transition journey for me, it's a lot. I'm quite sure in my decision, but I'm like obsessive about the what ifs, you know. I talked so much now that I have no words left, and I actually was in the middle of journaling and now I already told it all to the camera. I'm just editing this video right now, and I noticed that I talked a lot about how I felt emotionally, and I think one of the major things that really helped me, that I yesterday wrote down all the questions that I had that I'm gonna ask in the top surgery consultation, and also for my other checkup appointment for T dose and everything. I can just really recommend to write down all the questions that you have and just to write it all out. It's so frustrating, but it is helpful for me at least. And I'm gonna drink my favorite lemonade, and yeah, I hope you're gonna have a great day, and if not, then it's okay too. Bye bye.